Today, I'm going to be giving you guys some super secret sauce on how to make HONCHKROW a big time sweeper. And I promise you, I am not capping. In Generation 9, HONCHKROW unfortunately got slammed with the nerf hammer, with them taking away big moves like Roost, Defog, and Superpower. But that ain't gonna stop us, we just have to make a few little tweaks. First off, HONCHKROW gets the move Swagger, which raises the opponent's attack stat by 2 and confuses them, which then activates our held item, the Mirror Herb, which copies your opponent's stat raises, in turn giving us that +2 attack boost. To back this strategy up, we have moves like Priority Stab Sucker Punch, Acrobatics, which is boosted once the Mirror Herb is popped, and finally Terra Ground Terra Blast to catch electric types off guard. So today we're going to be hopping into 2 Wi-Fi battles to showcase off how good this HONCHKROW strategy can be. Our first battle is going to be against Bart, and off the rip there are a few Pokemon HONCHKROW does not match well with. One being 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿, who can hit us hard with a strong electric move or even Will-O-Wisp us to cripple HONCHKROW, and the other is 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿, who could hit us hard with a stab ice move. Do me and the YouTube algorithm a solid and drop a like on today's video. It's greatly appreciated and helps motivate me to make more. And if you're into these kind of videos, consider hitting that subscribe button. We're on our way to 10K and we would love to have you here for the journey. And last but not least, let me know in the comments below your answer for the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, but without further ado, I'm here to show you guys the coolest HONCHKROW strategy I've ever seen. Alright man, hear me out, right? I'm taking on Bart here, and Bart has a pretty wild team, right? I mean, he's got Meganium, as you guys can see on your screen, but also in the back he has an Annihilape and 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿, both Uber's mons, but listen brother, I'm trying to get HONCHKROW to go crazy. You guys voted, and you want to see HONCHKROW, and I said, you know what, I got a pretty cool wonky set that I want to try, so we hopefully can get it to work. But PSA, right? If your name is Bart, unless your last name is Simpson, cut it out, alright? Get a real name, alright? Childish games, but Bart do got that red hair kind of scaring me out here looking like Prime Scumpy. But gonna lead off with Meganium here. Listen brothers, I need webs up. I need webs up in order to get the HONCHKROW to work, alright? It just needs to happen, okay? We're gonna get sticky webs up. Now, I will say Meganium does outspeed and is a little scary, and he also just went for Leech Seed, and Leech Seed is a little scary because it's just gonna give this guy a bunch of health back. Now, I will say is I kind of do want to save the Electric Boogaloo here, aka the Vikavolt, because Vikavolt here has a very good shot on taking on 𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿. But also, I have other Pokemon that can take on 𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿, because I got Billy the Goat, aka the Cobalion, I got Beansprout, I got Bleezes, Dorito Moth, Big Cheese, I got them all. So, you know what, here, I think I'm just gonna go for a Bug Buzz, just do some big damage. Gonna go for Light Screen. You cheeky. How much is this doing though? It's gonna be super effective. That's doing some good damage. That's some good damage. Unfortunately, it is gonna be leftovers. And then the other fortunate part about that is it is going to probably get a Reflect Up. This is a Screens Meganium. Support Meganium. I'm actually here for it. I'm actually here for support Meganium, let me tell you. But I'm going for Bug Buzz again. 100% going for Bug Buzz. Gonna get the Reflect Up here. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to break the screens, and also he's probably going to be Light Clay, I imagine. So honestly, the more turns we can stall the screens and everything, I'm cool with, man. Listen, I love Shiny Vikavolt. I don't know about you guys. Shiny Vikavolt is probably one of my favorite shiny Pokemon of all time. It looks sweet. I mean, it looks like a lightsaber, you know? But now the real question is who do we think they might swap into possibly? I don't think they're going to swap into anybody. I'm just going to keep going for Bug Buzzes. Just keep going for Bug Buzzes. And honestly, hopefully we can do something. I really wish I had a Defogger. A Defogger would have been really cool to have, because then we could just got rid of screens in general. But unfortunately, we only have Rapid Spinners. They are going to withdraw Meganium. Not the end of the world, honestly. I'm going to go 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿. Okay, 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿, actually really scary. It is actually very terrifying here. I don't know if I have anything that I can swap into this thing. Especially a Volt Switch isn't really going to do much. And if it goes for a Dragon Dance, I'm going to be double screwed. But you know what? Here, as long as we can get rid of this guy now, I think we should be A-okay. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here. Get the Volt Switch off. Obviously, Vikavolt does outspeed, which is going to be super nice. Now, who do I go into? Dude, 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐿 is terrifying, actually. I mean, I guess I could go Dorito Moth. Dorito Moth actually wouldn't be that bad. But then if he has Earthquake, I'm not going to be in a good spot. I could go Billy, because then Billy could Thunder Wave and actually Body Press. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Billy here. And the best part is I have if he's like Glaive Rush or anything, I have the Rocky Helmet, which will do a little bit more damage. He is going to go for that Dragon Dance. Oh, that's terrifying. So he probably has, what, Glaive Rush, Icicle Spear possibly, and maybe Earthquake. I really hope not. Either way, I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave here. I should be able to outspeed here. And then if we can just get some Parahaxes, it's going to be nice. They are going to withdraw Baxcalibur. Who do they go into? Iron Crown? Okay, this is a perfect thing. This is an absolute perfect thing to paralyze. I am 1000% cool with that. Hey, and we landed, baby. Listen, ain't no para shenanigans this way missing and all that, because I usually miss all the ones as I go for. But are they? Hold on. Are they even? Oh, they're not even light, or they're not even light clay. Okay, that's amazing. I'm going for Stealth Rock here. Because then Baxcalibur takes more damage unless it's heavy duty boost. I love that. I'm gonna go for a Psyshock here, buddy. I'm physically defensive. Yeah, that's doing nothing to me. It's doing nothing. And then here, I'm gonna Volt Switch here. I'm gonna Volt Switch. And the reason why is I might be able to actually, hold on, I think I might be able to actually swap into Honchkrow. I think Honchkrow's a good swap here. By God. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't want to toot my own horn here. I don't want to toot it too loud. But a side of me is saying go for the Swagger. But it might have Thunderbolt. I'm going to go for a Swagger here. We get the Swagger off. Listen, if this thing hurts itself, I'm in such a good spot. The only Pokemon that can come in and take me out is Rotom. But the thing is, if I can calculate a Terra, it's going to be perfect. All right, Mirror pops off. Listen, this set might be a little wonky. It might be a little strange, but I promise you, it's well worth it. Please, Cobalion, hurt yourself. Cobalion, or Iron Cobalion. No! It's dead. But we live in... Okay, wait a minute. We might have a fair shot. Here still. Unless he has some kind of priority, which is going to stink. I should have figured Volt Switch was coming. Asuna, the reliable partner. That's going to be Sylveon here. Okay, wait a minute here. I'm at +2 here. I think I can do it. I'm going to go for an Acrobatics here. I'm at +2 attack. And it took some Stealth Rock damage. There we go, baby. And we get the Moxie. Okay, wait a minute. Let's calm down here. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's calm down here. Okay? You need to calm down, all right? Gonna go Rotom. Rotom, you are about to get obliterated. You want to know why? Because I'm straight up about to go for the Terra Ground here. And I'm gonna Sucker Punch. I'm gonna do it. By God, I'm doing it. Now, I probably shouldn't have Sucker Punch there, because if he goes for Will-O-Wisp, then it's going to be kind of a bad position. But if he went for Volt Switch here, or Thunderbolt, or whatever it wanted to, then we're in a good spot. As long as the Baxcalibur doesn't have Ice Shard. Okay, we get the Sucker Punch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The Honchkrow coming in clutch. Oh, you guys in the comments, you guys are always voting for the good stuff. I'm loving this, baby. First time, yeah, absolutely. It's an absolute cinema. Baxcalibur comes back out. Oh, brother. You're going to get caught up in that sticky web. Now, unless you have Ice Shard, you are about to get obliterated. You're going to absolutely catch one. I'm going for a... Ooh, do I Terra Blast? Here? I'm going to Terra Blast. We land the Terra Blast. Oh, brother. You are in a world full of hurt. I absolutely love it. It's an absolute cinema here. My God, ladies and gentlemen. I may have just made the ultimate sweeper Honchkrow. It just doesn't get much better than this. It doesn't. You can't find a better cinema. Now, I will say, though, is if he is Choice Scarfed on Annihilate, that could actually get a little scary. And he has not Terra'd yet, which is kind of scaring me as well. But you don't have anything that can stop an Acrobatics here. I will say that you do not have a single thing that can stop an Acrobatics here. So, I'm going for an Acrobatics. Yep, there we go. The big cheese. Nobody stops the big cheese, all right? Nobody has an even chance to stop the big cheese. We just hit 10 minutes. Look at that. This is the fastest sweep I've ever had to deal with. Oh, mirror herb. No one ever expects the mirror herb swagger. Even with the Cobalion landing the Volt Switch, it's still an absolute cinema. Now, I will say here is he still has a Terra. And if it's like Terra, if it's Terra flying, that could be scary. Do we think he's Terra flying? Comments, do we think he's Terra flying? I could Sucker Punch. I got options. I'm Sucker Punching. Oh, he's gonna Terra. He's gonna Terra. What are you tearing into though? What Terra are you? Please don't be Fairy. Steel. I should have went for the Terra Blast, and that's my bad. That's personally on me. But it doesn't even matter. It does not even matter. Honchkrow. There's no way you're doing this, Honchkrow. Okay? Listen, the big cheese is here to stay. Can I get a like and a comment on the video for Honchkrow? Okay? The big cheese. He's the big Don. He's the boss. You know, how you done? That's my boy here. That's what he does. Look at him. He's taking his sweet time. Brother's dumbfounded that he just got swept by Honchkrow, especially with those uber threats that he had. Just saying. Last Pokemon is here. Annihilate. Gonna get caught in that sticky web. Bart, you really pissed me off in the beginning. All right, I got a message for you. You really pissed me off. But next time, bring a defogger or a rapid spinner or a tidy up mon and get that stuff out of here because the sticky web screwed you over, pal. We're going for the acrobatics, and that's going to be GG. The battle was canceled. Oh my God, Honchkrow. That's why they call him the big boss. That's the big cheese. All right. But let's go ahead and jump into a second battle, and hopefully we can do the same thing with Honchkrow, okay? I'll see you in the next one. For the bonus battle, we're going to be taking on Adolf, and let me tell you, they have a very terrifying team. Some big threats to Honchkrow could be Kleavor if it's Choice Scarf, and the other is Fluttermane, who is very fast and could hit us with a big Moonblast. But other than that, I feel like we have a pretty fair matchup, so with that being said, let's jump into game 2. All right, so I don't know how I'm gonna come off the high of that very first game, but check me out, right? I don't know why everyone's names today are just super odd, because today we're taking on Adolf here, who, no, it's not the other Adolf. This one has a PH at the end. But very interesting name choices today. But he's going to lead off with the Kleavor, who's a pretty big threat. Now, I will say Honchkrow does have a pretty tough time with this team, especially since they have a defogger here. But they're probably going to be a Stone Axe set, which is not great. And they're also going to outspeed. So with that being said, we need to go to Billy, aka the absolute GOAT, and I'm not talking greatest of all time. I'm actually talking the boy Billy Go, aka the Cobalion here. Now listen, Honchkrow put in work that last match. Hopefully I can get it to do the same thing. That is not going to do a single lick of damage to us, and he's going to get hurt by Rocky Helmet, which is actually super nice. But the unfortunate part is he is going to get some Stealth Rocks up here. So that means we need to bring in Toedscruel as fast as possible to do that. Now, the real question is here is, what do I want to do, right? Because he's probably going to expect me, I don't really know what he expects me to do. Possibly maybe like a steel type move to take him on. So he might maybe go to like Armarouge or something. So you know what? I just feel comfortable getting my rocks up. I feel my rocks up here are going to be very, very nice for us. And then if he goes defog, that's absolutely fine with us. He's going to go Elric. Who's that going to be? Wait, is that supposed to be like Elric from? No. There's no way. But he's going to go into Don Cannon, aka that absolute unit, Armarouge. Armarouge kind of scary here. Now, I will say I do outspeed Armarouge. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of damage off on this guy. And then does he go for an armor cannon here? That is what I'm curious about, is if he does go for armor cannon. Because if he goes for armor cannon, we're not sitting too great. And the other part is if I go to Beansprout, actually Beansprout might not be a bad play. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Beansprout here. Actually, I think I like the Beansprout play. And the reason why is I can get a huge rapid spin off, number one. Number two, I can get a big knockoff. And number three is if I need to go for Earth Power, I can go for Earth Power. But they're going to call Mind Tier, actually. Oh, okay. Well, good thing I'm Assault Vested, I will say, number one. So I gotta go for Rapid Spin. I have to go for Rapid Spin. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Rapid Spin is gonna be a must. Now, the only thing I'm a little terrified is it is gonna be Terra Grass. But if it is Terra Grass, that's not the end of the world, because I do have a couple of Pokemon that can take this thing out, or take this Pokemon out. The only thing is Azumarill will not be a great matchup, but we do get the Rapid Spin off. So it is weak armor though. That's going to be the unfortunate part, which means its speed is going to sharply raise. Armor Cannon comes through. Okay. And it obliterates. Okay, so at least we got our rocks out of the way, which is super nice actually. So now the thing is we need a Pokemon that we can go into that actually we have no choice. We have to go into Azumarill. Azumarill is absolute unit number 1. Azumarill is unit number 1. And then the other issue here is, do I go for Aqua Jet or do I go for Knockoff, right? If I go for Knockoff, we can get big damage off on something. That's regardless. But if we go for an Aqua Jet and he predicts that and goes into the Gastrodon, we're screwed. So I'm going to go for a Knockoff here. Energy Ball. Yeah. Okay. Well, kind of in a position a little bit, but you know, let's go for a Sucker Punch, because we don't think he's gonna swap out, right? No, he doesn't swap out. Now I will say his defenses are down pretty big actually. So if this Sucker Punch lands, we could be in a good spot. Gonna withdraw. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Gonna go into Nevermore. Who is Nevermore? The Corviknight. Okay. Wait a minute. This actually isn't that bad for us. This actually is not bad. Actually, it is kind of bad. It is kind of bad. We need to withdraw here. So you know what? Let's go into Dorito Moth, aka the absolute unit. I usually say absolute unit for everybody because I feel like everybody's an absolute unit. But Corviknight here is a threat if it goes for Brave Bird, which I doubt it does. It goes for Defog, perfectly fine with me, because that means I can get a massive Fiery Dance off, or I could like play a little bit weird and go for a Meteor Beam. Actually, I think I might go for the Meteor Beam. I'm gonna go for the Meteor Beam. The question is, who do they go into? That's the real question. The Katsuyu, that's going to be the Gastrodon. Okay, hear me out. We're about to get a special attack raise, which is going to be awesome. And I don't know if he's going to be expecting us to go for a Energy Ball here. And if we get this thing out of here, it's going to be massive. That animation was so cool, actually. What the heck? That was actually so cool. But he set Meteor Beam up like it's nothing. So which is telling me that this thing is specially defensive. So Energy Ball. Now the question is does he Terra? Does he scout to see if we have Energy Ball and then swap into something else? Or does he stay in? Okay, so he stays in and we get the Energy Ball. That should take this thing out. Boom, 1 down. Okay, that's absolutely massive. Now, the only thing that could suck is if Kleavor is Elric. Okay. So the only thing that could suck is if this thing is if this thing is Scarfed. Or not Scarf, sorry. But I don't think he outspeeds. Maybe he has Endure, though. Maybe he has Endure. But what does he have to take us out? Oh, Psychic. Okay, so you know what? Let's Terra Sludge Wave. Let's Terra Sludge Wave. I know I probably should have saved the Terra for the Honchkrow, but you know what? Screw it, we ball, baby. Screw it, we absolute ball, because we have things that can take on Corviknight. We have Vikavolt. And I think Vikavolt is max speed invested, so we should be able to outspeed the Corviknight if possible. But we're gonna go with Sludge Wave. We didn't even need the Terra. That unfortunately sucks, but we do take out Armarouge. So Iron Moth holding us alive for everything we can right now. Now, again, I'm scared and terrified if it is Scarfed Kleavor. But hey, we will cross that bridge when we park our car there. Rillaboom. Okay. Rillaboom big scary. Rillaboom me no likey. Rillaboom me no likey, because a Grassy Glide will hurt off the wazoo. And I don't really have a lot that can take a Grassy Glide, so the only thing I can think about going into is going to be my Billy, aka the absolute boy, the GO. I love saying it, in case you didn't know. He is gonna Terra though. Are you gonna be like Terra Grass just to boost the Grassy Glides? That's gonna be a little scary. Yep, it is. Okay, so it is gonna try to boost. So I will say I am max defense, which is gonna be nice. I'm max defense and I'm Rocky Helmet. So that Grassy Glide is gonna come through here. I just am curious. Yeah, that's literally doing nothing to us, which is actually, and that was a crit too. That was actually a crit. So that's good for us. And it's going to give us back health. So you know what? Absolute. We love that. Cobalion, we need to keep you alive here. Now, obviously he could make some, swappy swaps. So let's go for a, I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave on the off chance he swaps into the Flutter Mane. Nope, not going to swap into Flutter Mane. We're going to get off a Thunder Wave or paralyze this thing, which is going to be super nice. And the only thing is if he has high horsepower, that could be an issue. We're going to go knock off. Okay, so he's going to knock off our Rocky Helmet. A little bit unfortunate. But he's going to give us a justified boost, baby. Going to give us the justified boost. Absolutely love that. The only thing is the justified boost doesn't really do a whole lot for us, to be honest. Does not do a whole lot for us. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get a body press off. Let's get a body press off. He might swap into the Flutter here, which that might suck a little bit because we don't really have anything to take on the Flutter. But hear me out. We should be A-okay. And also, I need to get Vikavolt out ASAP so I can get this stupid web up. But they are going to withdraw Rillaboom. Are they going to go Flutter? Please don't go Flutter. Gimli. Okay, that's not Flutter. That's Kleavor. Okay, this is actually really good for us. That's really good for us. Now, the only thing is he might get a Stone Axe off with his, what's it called? So you know what? Here, I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock here. I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. Yep. Oh, I should have went for a Body Press. That would have been huge. A Body Press would have been so huge there. But that's perfectly fine because now we live on 13. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we get our rocks back up. And we get our rocks back up. Oh my gosh. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. And now that his special defense is dropped, I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. I think the Volt Switch. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we absolute go. Nevermore. Who's that going to be? Okay, Kleavor. Or sorry, not Kleavor. Wow. So withdraw Kleavor. Gonna go into the Corviknight. We're gonna get a big Volt Switch off, which is gonna be some damage. Perfect. And now we can go into Vikavolt. And with Vikavolt here, we can threaten. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, I should have went into Corviknight, dude. Wow, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I should have went into Honchkrow there. Honchkrow would have been super good. But here, okay, he doesn't have anything that can't take a Volt Switch. So you know what? Let's go for a Sticky Web here. Oh, he's gonna probably go for the Defog. Or maybe he goes Roost. Maybe he goes Roost. U-turn. Okay, that couldn't have worked out any better in my favor. I'll tell you that. Now, the only thing is if he does go Flutter, Flutter still does outspeed. But Flutter doesn't have anything that I think one-shot unless maybe Moonblast possibly or Shadow Ball. One of the two. But hear me out. Rillaboom. Okay. So I think he might be banking on... I don't really know what he's banking on. Maybe a Grassy Glide? Maybe a Grassy Glide, but this guy's going to be slower than absolute balls. So I don't... Does he think a Grassy Glide takes us out? Does he think a Grassy Glide takes us out? I'm going to go for a Bug Buzz. I don't think it doesn't. So is he sacking it off? Is he sacking it off? I don't know if he's sacking it off or I don't really know. I really don't know what that trade was. But hey, I'm here for it because Vikavolt is absolutely thriving. Vikavolt just absolutely thriving. Medusa, that's going to be Flutter. That is Flutter if I've ever seen one. So here's the thing, right, is it's going to get caught in the webs. I need to go for a big Volt Switch here. I need to go for a big Volt Switch. I don't know if I outspeed. I do not think I outspeed. I do not outspeed. And we live on 11, baby. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Now, I will say here is that didn't do a lot at all. But hear me out. Hear me out, right? We have HONCHKROW here. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the swagger. Oh, that's a blunder. That's an absolute blunder. It's an absolute blunder from my mans here. That's a blunder. That's an absolute blunder. Wait a minute, HONCHKROW, are you about to? Nah, there's no way. There is no way. Oh my gosh. Okay, the only thing is I don't know. Because I have to go for an acrobatics here, right? I gotta go acrobatics, and I have to hope it takes it out. It does. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, HONCHKROW taking it out. Oh, and it's Moxie. So I forgot what his last two Pokemon are. I'm not gonna lie. I know one's Flutter. I don't know what the last, I think maybe, is it Kleavor? Gimli, is that Kleavor? That is Kleavor. Okay. Kleavor here. Number one, I'm just gonna smoke you. And I'm talking smoke you with a sucker punch. And we're gonna hit it. We're gonna land the sucker punch. We do land the sucker punch. Absolute cinema. Dude, no way. Mirror Herb HONCHKROW coming in clutch again. It's so funny because literally I've recorded one game, right? These games are back to back. I'm not even joking. Medusa's gonna come in. Oh my gosh, this is just perfect. This is just an absolute cinema. The only thing is I don't know if I outspeed actually. So I gotta go sucker punch just on the off chance. We do land it, baby, and that's gonna be Medusa. HONCHKROW might be goated. HONCHKROW might be absolute goated because we just defeated Adolf. Dude, this is going to be one of the greatest videos I've ever uploaded, but that's going to be GG's. Today's video was super fun to make. If you guys enjoyed, again, do me a huge solid. Drop a like on today's videos. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more Pokemon content from myself. Listen, man, we're super close to 10K. If you guys enjoy the content, again, hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you here for the journey. And last but not least, let me know your guys' answers for the question in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. And rental code will be right here.